what makes you feel joy? What makes you happy? What makes you excited about life? What makes you feel like, oh my gosh, I want to wake up in the morning? Because I have struggled with this a little bit recently. I also, if you see a ginormous fly just going around the room or flying into the light, I'm sorry. I think there's 2 of them in my room right now, and I don't know what to do. Like, I cannot. I'm sorry. Bear with me. Yeah, but that's going to be the topic for today. So what makes you happy? First thing I want to know, leave a comment down below. What are some things that genuinely bring you joy? For me, I love connecting with other people. I think when I connect with someone who genuinely sees me and understands me and wants to like know me more and wants to hold space for me, that's an amazing experience for me, and that really brings me joy. There are also interactions where I feel the opposite effect, and I don't feel joy. I feel kind of, this, just like this icky feeling, and I think it's important to be able to discern what relationships are constructive for you, what relationships help you grow and evolve, and which ones are bringing you down. I also feel joy when I'm doing things that I love, when I'm cooking dinner, when I'm doing yoga, some kind of movement. I really hope you don't hear the fly just running, like flying around. I'm sorry. But when I'm doing movement, when I'm doing artistic, creative activities, when I'm filming a YouTube video, when I'm expressing myself, when I'm singing, all of these things, when I'm watching reality TV. I don't know what it is, the dopamine rush I get when I'm watching reality TV is insane, and it just brings me joy. It really just brings me joy, and it makes me feel like I don't have to be anywhere else. I can just enjoy this moment and be present, and it's amazing. And this joy is not always present. Naturally, we feel the full spectrum of emotion, and if we feel joy, then we obviously have to feel the opposite effects as well, because every emotion is energy in motion, and we are simply just experiencing them at different frequencies, different rates of vibrations, and so that's really all it is. But joy is something that we can allow ourselves to feel, and I believe that when we allow ourselves to feel it truly and unapologetically, we invite more of it in, and we start to see it reflected in our external realities. If you know about Jungian psychology, there's just a lot about how the internal state mirrors the external state, or I guess vice versa. So whatever you feel inside, I don't know if that was English. I think that didn't make sense, but what I'm trying to say is that what you feel inside is ultimately what is reflected to you in your external reality. So there's this quote that says, "The mirror will never smile before you do." When you invite joy into your life, when you invite joy into your body and you feel it and you just allow yourself to be there, that is what then brings it into that external reality. And there have been a lot of times recently where I think I have felt guilt for allowing myself joy. I think there's a little bit of conditioning that I've had to work through, because I think, there were times where I just felt as though I was too much in my expression of joy, happiness, love, excitement. Times where I felt as though I needed to accomplish something in order to be able to feel this joy and feel this satisfaction and all of these positive, beautiful things. And the truth of the matter is that nothing needs to be achieved, nothing needs to be done for you to be able to feel those things. The joy can come first, and then allowing yourself to feel it will then allow you to manifest your desired reality, which reflects this state. Another thing I want to address when thinking about joy is kind of this culture of toxic positivity. I have had a recent experience where I don't want to say too much about it, but essentially I met someone who to me seemed like they were going to be like a mentor, someone who I looked up to, but it really just ended up being a situation of someone who is very performatively positive and performatively spiritual, and using this kind of to me, in my perspective, playing this part, and it was a lot of ego games and very ego driven, a way to kind of bring people in, a way to kind of make money from others and just kind of profit off of others who maybe aren't super well informed about these topics and spirituality or whatever it might be. And this was a very enlightening moment for me. It was a very uncomfortable experience to go through, because it really made me realize that discernment is important, and that joy, positivity, and all of this, it shouldn't be waved around like this kind of badge of honor, or thinking that life is always butterflies and rainbows, because to be completely honest, it's not. Life is so complex, and we're constantly in a gray area, and we're experiencing all different rates of vibration and frequency and experiences, and it doesn't always need to be perfect. You don't always need to feel happy, and you don't always need to perform either to make others believe that you're happy. So I think it's an important thing that I want to say is just that you don't have to feel okay all the time, and you don't have to feel this pressure to like be positive and like feel good all the time. I find myself sometimes like suppressing my emotions, and then what tends to happen is that my body suffers as a consequence. Like, I just feel lethargic, I feel sad, I feel purposeless, I feel just so many different kind of like lower frequency emotions when I don't allow myself to just emote, and when I don't allow myself to cry or to have those healthy somatic releases. And so you don't, like, as cheesy as it sounds, it's okay to not be okay. It really is. And I hope that you don't fall for these gurus, and people online who kind of wave this like joy and like happiness and enlightenment flag, and claim that this is a permanent state that you will get to, and you'll always exist in that state, because it's just not the truth. The truth is that you're always going to be in a gray area. You're always going to be experiencing a infinitely complex state, and there is no such thing as finding inner peace, finding joy, and like having that last forever. It's you can have this inner knowing of your truth, of your true essence, which I talk a lot about in this channel. If you love mysticism, watch some of my other videos, and I just talk a lot about that and the self and oneness. But it's okay it's okay to show up as these other lower frequency parts of yourself sometimes, and to play in those states, because those states exist as well. And yes, they're not as fun. They're not as fun to exist in. We always want to feel that joy. We want that dopamine rush. We want to feel that love, that unconditional love, and that authenticity, those higher frequency states, for sure. There are going to be moments where you do have to dip down into the lower frequencies, and they suck, and it's naturally a part of your life and your human game. And so for me, it's been just about navigating those things. There's a lot of uncomfortable parts of life, making sure that I'm being mindful, making sure that I get back into my meditation practice, which I have really pushed off for like a couple weeks, to be honest. And I'm starting to feel those effects. And so I guess I just wanted to share this little update. Wanted to talk about toxic positivity and how it is a scam. It's not real life. And if you need support, or if you just want to chat about anything, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I will, do what I can to support you. I'm not a professional by any means, but just to be there and to have community and to feel like your voice is heard, because it's important. And thank you again for just the engagement on my channel. I don't remember if I said that at the beginning of the video, but we are just having really amazing conversations in the comments. I'm loving hearing your perspective and your enthusiasm about my videos, mysticism. This is such a niche topic that I don't really share with people outside of YouTube, apart from maybe certain very close friends of mine who share this passion. But having this community and knowing that you're receptive to what I'm sharing is really amazing, and it makes me feel really happy. It makes me feel joy. So thank you, and I'm so happy to be on YouTube again consistently, and it's just the highlight of my day. So I love you so much. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up for me. Really helps me out. Subscribe to the channel for more mysticism, spirituality, self-mastery content. And I love you so much. I'm wishing you a wonderful day or night wherever you are.